Youth diabetes has been talking about a lot in the society and is being characterized by a disease that kills slowly and in many cases surely. However, it can be kept under control through a balanced diet and especially through preventive methods like you will find in this video. So the pancreas, this vital organ, is a small organ located behind the lower part of the stomach, and it produces two main hormones, as you probably know, named glucagon and insulin. The latter contributes to the regulation of blood sugar levels, helping the transport of the glucose from the blood to the neighbor cells or the tissue. So diabetes mellitus, as it is widely known, is characterized by a high concentration of glucose in the blood, obviously leading in time to an imbalanced metabolism. Insulin is a vital hormone for human life itself, which gives cells the right use of glucose as a source of energy. When insulin does not fulfill its role or is becoming insufficient, glucose is becoming toxic into the body, the diabetic condition becomes real. That's why I'm here. I'm Alex, and on this channel, of course, as you might know, you'll find practical information not so very well known in the medical new world for longevity, life extension, and quick and powerful and natural and almost for free remedies for almost all the diseases or internal disorders. I have traveled in more than 61 countries, and I will share to you what it will be helpful. This video is a practical guide verified by me and does not represent a cure or any disease for any disease dysfunction or physical condition. That's why please talk to your doctor first before starting to consume the things I will share down below in this video. Here are 6 foods at hand that can prevent diabetes or return the pancreas to normal the insulin secretion. The first one is bitter cucumbers. So tough to eat but strong and very efficient in effect. It is known in Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine. The bitter cucumber has become well known for its benefits against diabetes. The plant is a miracle because it's producing vegetable insulin. It has been proven by testing patients with diabetes that by consuming 2000 milligrams or 2 grams a day of bitter cucumber, at least it reduces blood sugar and hemoglobin, thus redirecting the pancreas to a normal insulin production, like 7 days per month. But consuming in abundance produces negative effects because you need to have attention to its seeds, because you need to remove them before preparation because they become toxic. Bitter cucumber juice, the ingredients for this, you need 2 or 3 bitter cucumbers, 1 lime, 1 lemon, and half of a small spoon of turmeric, and you can put the turmeric powder and a little salt. Method of preparation: after washing the cucumbers, you can remove the seeds with a spoon and cut them into pieces and leave the contents for 10 minutes into the bowl with water and salt. You can add these cucumbers into the blender along with the turmeric powder and the juice from the lime or from the lemon, and mix the ingredients until you get the desired juice consistency. It can be kept in the refrigerator for 2 to 5 days and consuming daily in the morning, like 7 days at least per month, on the empty stomach, this natural and divine glass of juice. Bitter cucumber tea, after washing and cut the cucumber lengthwise and clean the core with the seeds. From the seeds, you can cut this cucumber into thin slices, and you are going to put the slices on a tray to dry into the sun. And the process will take for drying between 8 hours and 48 hours, depending how much sun you have around. With the help of a coffee grinder or a blender, grind the dry slices, then store the ingredient in bags, in small bags, and dry them in cool places from your home. The leaves of the plant of the cucumber also can be very useful, and they are used in the healing processes. This is how you can get the cucumber powder, from which you can make tea by adding a teaspoon of powder or a double teaspoon of powder in your hot water and can be sweetened a little bit, just a little bit with honey. The second one is celery. Among the dozens of benefits in digestion, fatigue or seasonal viruses, it also provides useful method for diabetics. It can be eaten raw or in salad or in juice, or the root with lemon preparation. You need 300 grams of celery root and used with 6 lemons. Clean the celery and grate the root, then pour the mixture into a saucepan, squeeze the juice of 6 lemons over the grated root. You can cover the saucepan bowl and heat, but not bring the water to a boil, then reduce the heat to low. After 1 hour, turn off the heat and do not uncover the lid until it cools down. After cooling down, then hermetically seal the contents in the jars and refrigerate for a day or two. In the morning, you can consume a huge or double full spoon before the meal on the empty stomach, or every day before morning time and lunch time. So after 2 months of treatment, not only you will have the blood sugar level return to normal, but you also feel much more energetic, and thanks to the minerals and the tonic effects that celery contains. So you will recover fast after 2 months daily of using this solution. As I mentioned above, the root also can be used in juices. It's a mix of healthy juices, like healthy foods, and here are the necessary ingredients for the celery juice. So you need 3 handfuls of spinach, 2 celery roots with leaves if you can find them, 1 carrot, 1 green apple, and 1 cucumber, a normal cucumber. You can peel the carrot and the apple and put them into the blender with all the other foods or other vegetables. Then keep the contents in the refrigerator and consume 1 glass per day before serving a meal, like 35 or 1 hour before serving a meal. After 7 days, you will be able to see the effect in your body of consuming this celery juice.
Celery?
The third thing, my dear friends, is green beans. Green beans contains few calories and they are very rich in nutrients, in beta-carotene, in vitamin A, K, and C. It is consumed during the season, but the pods can be preserved and consumed in the winter time. But the fresher and more intensely colored the bean pods are, the more effective and active are the nutrients for your body. The frequency of consumption reduces the blood sugar in our tissues. It can be consumed 3 times a week for meals or as a treatment. One of the useful remedies is by boiling 3 kilograms of green bean pods. You can consume the obtaining juice in the morning, 1 cup, a glass each before the meal, like morning time and lunch time, for at least 3 weeks. A second way and a very effective way in which you can take it, you can prepare the pods, walnuts leaves and nettle to obtain the tea. You need nettle leaves, you need 2 tablespoons of bean pods, walnuts leaves, mulberry leaves, all dry or chopped. Boil the bean pods on the low heat for around 10 or 15 minutes with 1 glass full of water. You can add 2 spoons of nettle leaves together with a spoon of walnut leaves, and after you can leave for 1 hour to make the infusion. Finally, filter the content and drink the liquid or the tea you have now. The fourth thing, my dear friends, is extra virgin olive oil. Thus, extra virgin olive oil has a fat content fully equipped with omega-6 and 3 and over 10 grams of monosaturated and polysaturated fats, which are healthy fats for our body. Consumed fresh, it is an excellent anti-inflammatory thanks to the natural phenylethalone or phenylethyl alcohol, and acts as a system like medicine and reduce the inflammation caused by the diabetes.
What? You heard me.
Another chemical compound found in the olive oil, most from the grease if you can find from there, called oleuropein, found in the skin of the olives and helps the pancreas release the insulin again and to regulate the blood sugar and your metabolism. You can consume free olive oil, which is the extra virgin one, 3 spoons per day, or you can add into salads or containing other nuts or onions and lemon juice above together. And it is important to be as fresh as possible, the olive oil, because the properties are very active and beneficial for our body.
This is cool.
The 5th thing for you is garlic. I guess you might know about. In addition to the dozens of benefits that this miraculous plant contains and known as an antibiotic, less people know that garlic is also anti-diabetic.
It's vampires that don't like garlic.
Garlic!
Here is a short recipe dedicated to diabetics. You can crush like 4 large cloves of garlic. You can put them into a 1-liter jar and fill with house brandy. You can seal very tightly and wait for 2 weeks, like 10 to 14 days, and after completing this period, filter the composition and keep the obtained liquid in dark bottles. You can consume 1 full spoon each morning on the empty stomach, and you'll see results after 10 days. You can do this 10 days every month. And the 6th thing is cinnamon. Quality cinnamon is called Ceylon. A cheaper version of cinnamon is cassia from China, Egypt or Jordan, not so rich in nutrients like the one in Ceylon, obtained from different trees of the species. Cassia contains a higher amount of coumarin, the substance that can be toxic when consumed in abundance.
Is toxic.
Just like the other foods mentioned before, cinnamon reduces blood sugar considerably, up to 25 to 30%, having a strong anti-diabetic effect because it contains a huge quantity of calcium, magnesium, iron, fiber, antioxidants and volatile oils. It can be consumed up to 3 teaspoons of powder per day, 1 spoon dissolved in a glass of water after a meal, or combine in a chamomile decoction. You can have this chamomile like 1 glass of boiled water. You can add 10 grams of chamomile and 1/4 of a spoonful or half of a spoonful of cinnamon powder. You can boil on low heat for 5 minutes, no more, and leave to cool down for 1/4 of an hour, and you can have after that. You can consume this decoction in the morning time before eating, and this cinnamon should not be consumed by those suffering from liver diseases. If you want to help someone, please be in charge that first to help yourself and verify these elements, and the more you will do, the more you'll understand the effects in these times, in this use and this dosage, and after you can subscribe here with the bell to unlock the 120 years protocol longevity that I have to make the life extension for you real. May the progressive force be with you.